Lawyer for President Cyril Ramaphosa, Advocate Nwako Maineche, has argued that the president's rights would be trampled upon in the private prosecution bid launched by former President Jacob Zuma, adding that the head of state has a right not to be hauled to a criminal court as per the summons issued by his predecessor. The president approached the court to halt Zuma's private prosecution bid despite his initial stance that he could ignore the summons, which was described as invalid and unlawful. The court heard that the law provides the president with protection over what he says is unlawful prosecution.
Now, when he says, go to that court and plead, you have a right. Of course we have a right to go to that court. But we also have a right to assert our constitutional rights and say we cannot be hauled before an unlawful private criminal proceedings. We have those rights. And my client has decided to assert the right.
Ramaphosa's lawyer further argued that the private prosecution bid launched against the president was not in the best interest of the public. He countered the argument made by Zuma and says while the ANC conference has been concluded, his appearance before a criminal court could give effect to the step-aside resolution of the ANC, which would affect his role as head of state.
In fact, continues to apply. So if he is hauled before the criminal court, those of his detractors in the organization, including for present purposes, in this context, the first respondent would say, well, now you are criminally before a court. Now you must step aside. But you step aside not only from your ANC position, you step aside from the national position as president. So the impact is not just on the immediate interests of the president, but it transcends into the interests of the public.
Advocate Dali Mpofu, who was representing the former president, has however argued that Ramaphosa would not suffer any harm by appearing before a criminal court next Thursday as per the summons. He says the president would have an opportunity to ventilate his case in court, adding that the inconvenience of appearing before court is one suffered by all individuals charged, as is the case with the president.
What we have here is a simple pedestrian charge. A person who has been charged, who must just come to court and say their piece. But this one, because they can afford it, even has another avenue and Part B to say their piece.
Mpofu also argued that there was no basis to Ramaphosa's claim that his appearance before a criminal court could potentially give effect to the ANC step-aside rule. He says that the matter is not urgent as alleged by the president, as he did not launch the legal action when he received the summons on the 15th of December last year. The president approached the court on the matter almost 2 weeks later. Mpofu further submitted that the NPA attempted to shield the president when it issued a statement saying that President Ramaphosa was not named in the docket when the Nale certificates were issued, a claim the NPA refuted in court.
I imagine the news headline will be NPA shielding the president. My Lord, we respectfully submit that there is no factual and legal basis for making such an insinuation. And even if one has a careful look at the papers, there is no evidence to back up that. I submit that is echter spiegelen. It's pure speculation.
Judgment is expected to be handed down on Monday. Kani Mapanga, SABC News, Johannesburg.